Shalom. Welcome to Sikha in 6. 6 days we're going to go through an entire Sikha, a talk from the Lubavitcher Rebbe. And this week's parsha is Emor, and Emor talks about many of the holidays, and we're going to tune in on Succos. And Succos, it says, is there's a special mitzvah on Succos is the water drawing ceremony. And we're going to discuss why is it so happy about this and what's so special about a water drawing ceremony. Well, what happens is after the first night, the first day of Succos at night, that they would go out to a spring which was right outside the base of Mikdash, outside the temple, and they would draw water. And this was incredible, happy time, the Gemara says, and we'll get into that. Why there's so much dancing and singing. But the first idea, why is this so important, the water drawing ceremony? And really, at first glance, that there was always wine poured on the altar every day of the year. Now, if you compare wine to water, of course, that wine, people get happy or they get drunk. They shouldn't get drunk, but it's an alcoholic beverage. And people do get happy and start singing and dancing and partying when there is alcohol. So we understand what wine is. Water is very plain, doesn't have any special flavors to it, unless they added some flavors into it. On the other hand, you don't even make a bracha on it if you're just trying to clear your throat. For example, if you're very thirsty, then water has a little bit of a taste to it. And then you make the bracha and you make the blessing. But otherwise, it's just very plain. So the question is why does the water drawing ceremony, cause so much happiness compared to, for example, like we saying, there's wine happening, there's pouring wine, even on Sukkot, but throughout the entire year, and why is it more happy? And the idea behind that is that when you're happy, that because you have a feeling, your happiness is not like somebody else's happiness. Everybody has their own feelings, everybody has their own cause of what makes them happy, but whatever it is, you're limited. Maybe you got a new job. Is that compared to the happiness as if you wanted to be the president of the United States or some other great position? So again, every happiness is ultimately limited. And so to wine, when you get happy, it's going to be limited also. Water does, like we said, has no taste. And you say in Hebrew also, tam is a taste, and tam means a reason. It's the same Hebrew word, but you can connect the two ideas together. Without a taste, and there's no reason. When you have a reason for something, in Yiddish, a person learns something and say, that's a geschmack of word. A geschmack also is a food, you say a tasty. But even when you learn something, that's a geschmack. So you got a good reason for it, a good logic for it, a good rationale for it. An idea that would make you happy. But just to say, just do it, like you tell a child, just do it. Why? Because I said so. All right, hopefully they'll obey the parent and they'll do it. On the other hand, they're going to trudge along because, of course, that there's no reason for it. They don't know why they're doing it. All right, my parents said so, so that's why I'm going to do it. But I don't really want to do it. I don't see the reason for it. And that's an idea of water also. There's no reason or no taste, again, for the water. On the other hand, that would make you happy. Why are you doing it? It's because Hashem told you to do so. So because the Almighty is beyond the reasoning or any logic, as much as we do when you're supposed to understand the Torah and understand the mitzvahs, but ultimately you should always keep in mind, whatever you understand, there's more to be understood, and there's more to get into in the depths and the profound ideas of these great Torah and mitzvahs. So therefore, water is just as plain, but on the other hand, on the contrary, because you're doing it because Hashem told you to do it. The Almighty told you to do it, and that's why you're super happy. Goes beyond your own reasoning, beyond your own feelings, It's just because Hashem wants you to do it. It's going to make the Almighty happy, Hashem happy that you're doing the mitzvah, and then their happiness knows no bounds. So therefore, that's the idea behind the Simchas Beis Shueva, the happiness, and we're going to get into it, how our sages actually did do acts of happiness on this holy day of Sukkot.